Channel 4 meteorologist Kim Adams. We've got rain out there right now, but there is some snow, and it will affect us here in southeast lower Michigan. I'll time it out in the forecast.
Also first at 4, the search for a freeway shooter in Detroit. Will roadside technology make a difference in this one? And here's Will Jones.
Pardon the weeds, they're feeding the bees in Ferndale. We'll tell you about a campaign that's all the buzz here.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, winter refuses to release us from its chilly grip. We've certainly been feeling that spring cold snap here in Metro Detroit, but it's even worse in other parts of the state. I want you to take a look at this. Live pictures from Marquette in the Upper Peninsula. Some areas could get as much as 18 inches of snow. We've been watching this camera all day long. Definitely does not look like May 1st. So what can we expect here? Kim Adams is standing by with our first forecast, and we could maybe see a little snow.
We will see a little bit of snow later on tonight, not like they have in Marquette, but they're used to it. They expect it more than we do here in southeast lower Michigan. We're not that tough, and we don't want to see snow, but that is what we'll see a little bit later on tonight, especially into the overnight hours. We'll zoom in right now. It is raining in parts of Plymouth and Northville. It's light rain, but it's still out there, and then also in New Boston, just south of the airport. It's dry right now out at Metro Airport. But downtown Detroit will get a few sprinkles at 6 o'clock. The Mets at the Tigers. If you are headed to the game, it is so cold. Even though temperatures are in the 40s, dropping into the upper 30s, it is going to feel a lot colder than that. Very damp, and by the end of the game, there could be some light snow. Your forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Kim. Take a look. This is the aftermath of one of 2 freeway shootings under investigation in Detroit right now. So far, no one is in custody in the shooting on 375 near Brush Street that left a 27-year-old woman dead and a 30-year-old man in critical condition. Police say 4 people were in an SUV after leaving the Annex nightclub in Detroit when they say someone started firing. 2 others were not injured. State police are using license plate readers trying to get a lead toward an arrest in this case. Meantime, a 37-year-old Georgia truck driver is in custody this afternoon after another incident in the eastbound lanes of I-96 near Martin Luther King Boulevard. State police say callers reported a crash on Wayburn Street between a semi and another vehicle. Well, that driver followed the semi for several miles until the guy in the semi was accused of firing several shots at the other vehicle. No one was injured in the case. Officers suspect the semi driver may have been intoxicated. The investigation continues at this hour. General Motors is confirming to Local 4 it has cut more jobs in Metro Detroit. This time around, the automaker says it's terminated, quote, several hundred contract employees at multiple locations, including the Warren Tech Center. It's part of GM's efforts to trim $2 billion from its budget by the end of next year. The new notification started going out on Saturday. The Royal Oak Police Department is still looking for suspects in some vandalism at the city's Jewish Community Center. The vandalism was reported Friday evening at the Woodward Avenue Shoal after a person walking by noticed the graffiti. Now, we did blur the images, but someone did spray paint a swastika on the wall. It's believed it happened between noon on April 27th and 4 p.m. on April 28th. So if you know anything about the case, please give Royal Oak Police a call. Hundreds of officers are searching for the suspect in a mass shooting in Texas, but so far they tell us they have 0 leads. It's like the man suspected of blasting his gun in a neighbor's home has literally vanished. Kimberly Gill now joins us with an update and a reminder of the heartbreak behind this search.
Hi, Karen. Good afternoon to you. It really has been a heartbreaking, intense weekend for a community near Houston, Texas. Police say an apparent dispute between neighbors turned deadly for 5 people, including an 8-year-old little boy. We're told about 250 law enforcement officers are scouring the area around Cleveland, Texas. They're going door to door, checking cars, trying to find 38-year-old Francisco Oropesa. Police say they found his cell phone and clothing over the weekend, but have been unable to take the man into custody. It all started late Friday night when neighbors asked the alleged gunman to stop firing his AR-15 in his yard as they tried to get a baby to sleep. The man who lost his wife and son spoke to reporters through a translator and said the shooting could have been even worse.
I miraculously managed to escape. There were 10 of us that survived. And 2 people who died were protecting my 2.5-year-old daughter and my 1-month-old son. They protected him with a bunch of clothing. so the murderer wouldn't kill him too.
Yeah, Karen, it certainly is tough to watch, but it's important to communicate what these people were feeling and hearing all through because of this noise complaint.
Obviously, the police need help on this case.
They absolutely do, because they have no idea where the suspect is. There is a reward being offered right now. It's up to about $80,000. And we'll, of course, have another update when you join us for Local 4 News at 5.
All right, we appreciate it. Thanks, Kim.
Sure thing.
Well, the American banking system is trying to limit the fallout of another collapse, this time involving First Republic Bank. JP Morgan Chase has bought most of the bank's assets. The FDIC stepped in over the weekend to clean up the mess and coordinated the sale. Many First Republic customers started moving their money to larger and safer banks after the collapse of Silicon Valley and Signature banks earlier this year. Now, its 84 branches in 8 states are part of Chase. The Treasury Department released a statement today saying the banking system remains sound and resilient. Former President Donald Trump failed to get a mistrial in the sexual assault case that he's facing right now in New York. His attorney argued the judge had already made unfair rulings to his client, but the judge rejected the request. Then the cross-examination continued for E. Jean Carroll, who says Trump raped her back in the 1990s in a department store dressing room. The 79-year-old says she didn't report the assault because she's a member of the, quote, silent generation, conditioned to not complain, and she was ashamed of what happened. Carroll is pursuing a civil case alleging sexual assault and defamation for how the former president has publicly denied her claims. The smell of freshly cut grass might not be as strong in the city of Ferndale this month. The city is taking part in a No Mow May, but are residents on board with this campaign? Let's bring in Will Jones. He's been in Ferndale this afternoon getting some reaction. Will, for those who might not know about the program, kind of explain what's going on here.
A lot of reaction on both sides of this issue. There's a growing movement across the country for people to put off cutting their grass for the month of May. And for the first time, Ferndale is participating. The goal is to save the environment. No Mow May is underway in Ferndale. More than 400 people have registered with the city, according to city officials. Some putting signs in their yards, letting their neighbors know they're participating. Tony Suave doesn't have a yard sign, but says he's taking part.
I think No Mow May is fantastic. It's a good opportunity for residents like me to save a little gas, a little time on the yard work, and it's excellent for supporting the pollinators.
Earlier this year, Ferndale City Council unanimously approved the No Mow May resolution. The neighboring Royal Oak has also adopted. It's a conservation initiative that encourages people to stop mowing or mow less often for the month of May to create habitats and provide resources for bees and other early season pollinators.
I mean, it's really important because pollinators are on the decline right now. And, you know, that's really tragic. Pollinators, particularly bees and butterflies, you know, that's where our food supply comes from.
City officials say No Mow May also reduces compaction of soil from lawnmowers and allows greater infiltration of stormwater, cuts down on fossil fuel emissions and noise pollution.
We've gotten some questions from people who are perhaps a little bit concerned that, you know, allowing grass to get that long could create a spread of weeds or perhaps infestation of rats or other, you know, vermin.
When Rudy Maynor is not walking his dog, he's usually taking care of his yard.
I just like mine to be, you know, like looks like something on Good Housekeeping.
He says he's not participating in No Mow May. He's concerned about how high the grass and weeds will grow in his neighborhood.
But I think it should be in a more rural area.
No Mow May is strictly voluntary. Code enforcement standards for grass and weeds will be suspended for May only. Code enforcers will be back on their beat in June.
So if, you know, grass is long and weeds are growing on June 1st, our code enforcement team will head out. They'll check out the area.
You heard that. The code enforcers will be out checking yards to make sure they're in good condition. They're going to look at the grass. But hey, you're just going to get a warning first. You're not going to get fined right away. Once they give you that warning, if you don't take care of your yard, then you will get fined. Live in Ferndale, Will Jones, Local 4.
All right, No Mow May in Ferndale. We appreciate it. Thanks, Will.